the Chiefs and the Jaguars.
He's going to Duval. You going to Duval?
He's going to
Duval.
Duval. You know why we're going there? Because you're going to look at those headlines in Jacksonville, Kansas City the next day. You know what it's going to say, Jack?
What's it going to say?
Jags pounce the Chiefs.
That's better. That's better than
this last one, yeah.
Herbert is 6th.
I like that. I like Jags pounce.
Jaguars pounce. Steal game from Chiefs. Something like that.
It's a long title. Yeah. Just Jags
I'm talking
pounce
about
the Chiefs.
We love that playoff revenge.
All right, so you're big on, and last year, divisional matchup in Kansas City. The Chiefs won 27-20.
The Jags were in the game.
I'll put it out here. Ridley smokes the field again.
You think Ridley's
I think
amazing?
Ridley just destroys that secondary.
I mean, we can talk about we made fun of you for that pick in fantasy. Calvin Ridley in the first half had 7 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Now, he ended the game with 8 for 101, so he didn't do too much in the second half. But, man, that connection looked strong between him and Trevor Lawrence to start off. ETN looked good. I know that we said we were a little worried about that before the season started. So
I was a fantasy owner, but I mean, I think
you were, but I think we convinced you that ETN might not have been the pick, and he looked great.
Well, no, I didn't. I said I should take a Mixon over ETN. I didn't like ETN at first either.
How do you say his name?
ETN.
ETN.
Oh, I say ETN. Is it ETN?
It's ETN. There's no ch in there.
Oh, I say ETN.
There's no CH.
I've heard a couple
E-T-I-N-A.
announcers back when he was at Clemson say Travis Etienne. So that's probably how I.
Yeah.
Look, you could listen to the Clemson announcers or America in this game. So ETN,
like
Ridley, Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, a lot of really good weapons on Jacksonville. But Zach, I think you're wrong here. The headline that I would do.
Let me hear
Superman returns with a big picture of Travis Kelce. Not Mahomes. We know Mahomes is actually Superman. But for this offense, there kind of are 2 Supermans on this offense. It's Mahomes and it's Travis Kelce. We talked about in the live last Thursday. It was brutal. Watching the weapons, watching the skill position players, trying to help Patrick Mahomes, and Mahomes just beside himself. Kadarius Toney, Marquez Valdes-Scantling led the team with 48 receiving yards on 2 catches. I mean, this is just Justin Watson, 2 for 45. Noah Gray, 331. Pacheco, 431. I mean, it was just a shit show, really, from the Chiefs skill position players. And it made me very confident as a Travis Kelce fantasy owner that when he comes in, we're probably going to see
1,000 targets.
15 catches, 18 catches for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns, because he really is, at the moment, all that they have. Even if we go back to last year, at least he had Juju sort of helping out a little bit. He had McCole Hardman, who can make a play once in a while. Right now, someone else needs to step up, because I'm not even sure Travis Kelce can make up all the difference on his own. But I think Superman returns, and the Chiefs, these are the games that Patrick Mahomes wins. When you need a win, you try to avoid that 0-2 hole. And again, down the line of the season, we probably expect the Chiefs to be the 1 seed because they are every single year. This is one of those games that you'll look at and say, wow, remember back in September when the Chiefs won 31-28 and they got the tiebreaker over Jacksonville. That's why this game's being played in Kansas City. So I'm leaning Kansas City because I don't doubt Patrick Mahomes in a big game with his guy back. What do you?
I want to go ahead, Zach.
That's just a terrible take.
Well, it's so terrible. I'm betting on the best quarterback in football.
No. You're just thinking fantasy. You're thinking Travis Kelce comes back.
No, I'm thinking targets. How good he is.
Yeah, and you know what the problem is? You only said 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce needs 8 touchdowns for that team to win.
Travis Kelce opens the door for other things. And not only that, they have Chris Jones back as well. He's signed. He's happy. You have the 2 best players, 2 top 10 players on the top 100 list from the Super Bowl defending champions. I like Kansas City. I'm not betting against them.
I like this Jags team. They're a good team. They're at home. They're an underdog.
They're going head-to-head with the Colts for 3.5 quarters.
But as much as I hate
don't say it.
To do it,
don't say it.
This is a very competitive AFC. And these Kansas City Chiefs know that they cannot be 0-2. You get your superstar back. They're going to win this game. And it pains me to say it, but I'm taking the Chiefs.
The Jaguars' time might come, but not week 2. Not this week.
The Chiefs can't be 0-2. I just don't see it.
I think Calvin Ridley's the game changer in that. Just putting it out there.
Oh, he looks every bit the wide receiver one that we're like. This
Jags are going to be good. The Jaguars they're going to be good.
I picked the Titans to win the AFC South, and after 1 week, that prediction looks absolutely horrible. They did not look good against New Orleans. And the Jaguars, even though they struggled with the Colts for a bit, there were a lot of things that went wrong. The fumble return for a touchdown. They
struggled and still scored, 31 points and won the game by 10.
Did you guys see the highlight of the fumble return touchdown for the Colts? I know you guys were traveling all day. You got to go back and watch. Lawrence, I think Lawrence's arm was hit when he was releasing the ball, and it bounced and tanked Bigsby. It kind of just like bounced up to Bigsby, and everyone thought the play was done except for a couple Colts guys who ran up, punched it out of his hands, and they ran it into the end zone. So it was a fluke play where everyone thought the play was dead. It's just like you holding the ball and me coming up and ripping it from you and running into the end zone.
So what you're telling me is they really should have won like 31-14.
Yeah, there were a few things. There were a few things that happened that should have led to a larger, easier victory for the Jaguars, but still.
Wow, that just makes me
little concerns.
Believe in them beating the Chiefs even more.
They're a good team. It'll be a good game.